Bang.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Unscripted Sports Show. Money E here with Chris and Clarence. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
On this Wednesday night, previewing week 16. We have 3 weeks left, guys. In this NFL season. And
Maya.
and Maya. Hi, Maya.
All good.
3 weeks left. We got some good races going on, good division races. You got the NFC North race between the Packers, Lions, and Bears. And then you got the NFC West between the Rams and Seahawks, which could be decided tomorrow. The AFC East, sort of. The Bills went by winning, kind of got back in the race for a moment here or there. And then you got the AFC North, too, Steelers and Ravens. And the AFC South, I guess the Colts, Texans, and Jags. And the AFC West is pretty much wrapped up. So the AFC West and NFC East are pretty much wrapped up because the Cowboys choked, per usual, in December. Congratulations to the Cowboys for making our lives easier. That was great. Thank you, Minnesota. Thank you. Congratulations, Dallas. You did us a favor. But anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way. What were your guys' thoughts on week 15?
I thought, yeah. So I will think week 15 was kind of interesting. I mean, you watch the Patriots blow a 21-point lead to Buffalo. I think that was the biggest shock of the weekend for me right there. Dallas and Minnesota, I was more, if you take away the 2 missed field goals from Aubrey, that game would have been a completely different game than what it would turn out to be.
Yeah.
And you got to be honest, that was.
Yeah.
You were talking about like 6 points they left on the board because if they didn't take those 6 points, that touchdown didn't happen, which doesn't make it a double score game because the game was going back and forth.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at it like that.
That's a good point.
Let's see, the Packers Broncos. That was a good game. I will admit that was a good game. Sorry to happen to Parsons, but it is what it is. Kansas City losing to Chargers, and this is the first year in over 10 seasons. Kansas City will not be in the playoffs, let alone Patrick Mahomes missing the playoffs for the first time.
Yep. And he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
And Parsons officially tore his ACL too, right?
Right.
Yep.
So,
we lost 2 guys, 2 superstars to ACL injuries on Sunday, and then the Packers. On top of that, they lost 2 receivers. I think I don't know what their status is for Saturday, but I know Watson and Reed both just got back from injuries, and now they're both injured again. Especially Watson, they're probably their best receiver, injured his shoulder. So, yeah, it was an interesting week 15. As you said, the Patriots blowing a 21-point lead at halftime at home. That goes to show you the resilience of Buffalo Bills, and maybe the Patriots took their foot off the pedal, took the foot off the gas and let the Bills back in it. It's just like when Eagles blew a 21-7 lead against the Cowboys. About
3 weeks
a couple
ago.
weeks. Yep. So it reminded me of that. But what were your thoughts, Chris?
So week 15 or the Eagles game?
Just week 15 in general in the Eagles game.
Yeah, I think the Pats and Bills game was a good game from at least what I saw. Allen making a case to be MVP again. I think it's too little, too late. I think it's probably gonna be Stafford or May at this point, but probably Stafford.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Bills are legit. Still, I think they're still my pick for the Super Bowl. So, especially week AFC. So, I think this has been. I wish the Eagles were a little bit better, and we'll get to them. But this is probably objectively the most exciting the league has been in quite some time because it's up to 10 teams dominating every division. So,
Yep. And the Chiefs missing the playoffs at the same time, and then lost Patrick Mahomes, which is speedy recovery to Mahomes and Parsons. You hate to see two stars like that go down. I mean, the Mahomes one I saw live, and I knew right away he when he was grabbing his knee, I just had a feeling it was the torn because he was already playing with a bum knee, and he just aggravated it more, and finally I guess tore. He might have already had a partial tear, so it sucks, but he'll be back next year. Will he even be back next year? How long does an ACL usually take?
anywhere from 12 to 18 months, or it depends. But they said he's
Wow.
definitely not going to start the season, so they're going to need a starting quarterback to start the season.
Wow. I mean,
So,
that does suck. So they might miss the playoffs next year too.
yeah.
I mean, man, maybe a year off from Mahomes, and then he comes back 2027, all new and ready. But didn't Brady tear his ACL?
Yeah.
Yep. Same year.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right. So they're saying that the Chiefs can't count the Chiefs out because it's how the Patriots started their second dynasty. Once Brady went towards ACL, they missed the playoffs. He came back and he won all those other Super Bowls after that. He went on another run.
Yep. Similar path. And he missed the entire season, right?
He missed. I think so.
I want to say he missed it. He missed most of the season the year he injured it. But yeah, and then Parsons, that sucks. I mean, Green Bay gave up a lot for him, and now he might miss a season. But speedy recovery to both of them. As far as the Eagles game, it went as advertised. We dominated. I saw
Did it though? Did it? Did you really think after 3 weeks of what we watched against Chicago, the Chargers,
in Dallas?
Yeah.
and you really thought that you saw a shutout, our magical shutout?
I did not see that.
No.
It was a very good performance by the Eagles. I think I also underestimated how bad the Raiders are. Like how
Raiders are bad.
they're so bad. I think they said they had like 75 yards of total offense or
Yes.
something like that.
See,
Insane.
and the sad part is, I looked at this as the Raiders is going to give back. We were doing so bad. I thought someone in the back of my mind was like, you know what? I see us slipping against the Raiders, and we're going to be like the jet fuel the biggest collapse ever, giving them their third win.
Yep. Then I saw the Raiders' first couple drives, and then count back Kenny Pickett is like some of the throws Kenny Pickett wasn't even close. Like it's one thing to like throw it left or right, but he had a lot of dirt balls that were just like right, like 10 yards short. It was crazy, and that's the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my life. I've seen some bad
Yeah.
ones. I haven't watched a lot of Raiders games because why would I watch any Raiders games? But that offensive line is horrific. That's the worst team I've ever seen.
Yeah. There's a reason why we didn't bring back Kenny Pickett.
He did well against Washington, Dallas, and the Giants.
He is a high level backup.
Yes,
Fine.
and he was a backup to the Chargers. And see, and that's what made me worry a little bit more about the Raiders, knowing that he just came left Philadelphia. He's playing against Philly.
Knows the
And
system.
so you know this is like the practice squad. He goes against his defense. He knows his defense well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't see a shutout happening, but I thought they would win by maybe 14, barely covering the spread of 11. But there's a reason why it was 11.
I thought that was just being nice.
Yeah, I mean, and that's Vegas, and that's the Vegas Raiders putting that spread on the Vegas Raiders because Vegas knows the Raiders the most, how bad they are. They're going to draft a quarterback. They'll probably draft the guy from Indiana that just won the Heisman. Right? Yeah. Because Archie's going back to college, so he's going to be the number one pick. He's probably going to be the number one quarterback chosen. I don't know who's going to be the number one pick at this point. What is the standings for that? Hold on. Let me check who's the worst record. Is it still Tennessee? Yeah, still Tennessee. Tennessee and Vegas are fighting for number one spot. Number one. And the Giants.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. So the Giants, the Titans, and the Raiders are fighting for number one pick. They all have two wins. So if Tennessee and the Giants, if one of them gets number one, they're not drafting the quarterback. And then if Vegas gets number one, which I think they will,
Probably good
because
quarterback.
Tennessee last year, so I
I
think.
wonder how much
I think
Gino has
Vegas-
on his contract.
Huh?
Wonder how much Gino has on his contract. I think he re-signed a new deal with Las Vegas, right? When he
think
got
it-
traded.
It might be one or two.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, even if you draft a rookie quarterback, you can still play Gino for a year. Let the rookie quarterback develop.
Yep. I think I'm gonna guess a 2-year deal.
Yeah, something like that.
It might actually be. He'll be a free agent in 2028. So it's 2 more years.
It was a 3-year deal. 2 years left.
Potential out. I think he can opt out in 2027 though.
Yeah, so he'll be a Raider on probably next year. Which is,
They'll bring him. He'll be back to be the veteran.
I mean, he's played bad, but that offensive line is just terrible. He has no time to throw.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have any receivers, but Tyler Lockett.
They have Brock Bowers.
Yeah, they're wasting his years right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to draft a quarterback, but they have their tight end. They have they're they're going to draft a quarterback. The guy from Indiana. I can't pronounce. I forgot his name. Fernando. Is it Fernando?
Yeah. Well, I can see them even trading out and just acquiring future draft picks and just going offensive line because you draft a rookie quarterback, it's going to be the same issues. It's the offensive line is just horrible.
Yeah, but there's other teams like the Saints and the Jets that would want a quarterback like Fernando Mendoza. I could
I
see
think
the
the Saints
Jets
are going to
draft.
give
I could.
Saints are going to give Tyler Shug
The Saints is still-
another chance next year. Probably he's playing pretty well.
The Saints are 4-10, so they're gonna get a top 5. Who else is the Jets? The Jets are 3-11. They still can get number 1.
Yeah.
They still get number 1 pick
Ah.
if
And they just fired Steve Wilkes too. He's a great defensive coordinator, but they just fired him for probably because of tanking. So
I could see the Jets moving up to get Fernando. Unless they wait a year for Archie.
yeah, and Archie's staying, right?
He should stay.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with Archie this year.
Yeah, that's why he's going back. He wants to win the Heisman.
It's not even about the Heisman. To me, he didn't look. He wasn't that impressive to me in none of the games that he played well.
Yeah.
And which made me think that he's going to be overrated. He's going to be thrown into a team, given a starting job because of his name, and that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I think the Jets could wait a year. Because
But the sad part is, all right, well, let me get this straight. So if he had the same season that he had last year, next year, do you see him being a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, for the Jets. Or
Why the
Saints.
Jets?
Those two teams, I think, would want.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it because you're just taking the guys. You're taking a taking him off the board at a high pick because of his last name, and that's what's wrong with teams. Just because he has his last name is Manning doesn't mean he's going to be like the best in the world. No. You see the tape.
Exactly.
But he's not.
It's the Jets because it's the Jets, and they want that big name quarterback. And New Orleans is because it's Archie, and his grandfather played for the Saints, so there's that connection, and he's from Louisiana. So I could see the Saints or Jets waiting until next year to get Archie. Because, I mean, I think the Raiders will get Fernando. I think he's going to the Raiders. Is he a junior? He might be a junior. But I think he might he already declared. I don't think there's any point of him going back to college because he's going to be the number 1 quarterback. He's going to be the number 1 quarterback chosen this year. I'm trying to think of somebody else. I can't think of. This might be a weak quarterback class. So, I can't think of anybody as Fernando that's worthy of first round pick. The guy from Ohio State, he's only a sophomore. So, and then the guy from Vanderbilt, somebody couldn't take a chance on him. But let's get to it. Let's get to week 16 pick. Thursday night football. tomorrow. This could be the best Thursday night football game of the season. Rams and Seahawks rematch. They met a couple weeks ago where the Rams won. This is the rubber match, not the rubber match. Second game in Seattle. This could be for the division. Right now, who's in first? Hold on. Are they tied? Seattle. Yeah, they're tied 11-3. If the Rams win, they basically win the division. Unless they lose out, and then the Seahawks win out. But the Rams win, they're in control of their own destiny to win the division. If Seattle wins, then it could come down to the last week. I got the Seahawks here. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Seahawks are going to. I know Sam Darnold had like 5 interceptions last game against the Rams. I think he has a better game here at home. Thursday night football. The place is going to be loud. So yeah, I have the Seahawks winning the close game here. Who wants to go next?
All right. So I want to pick Seattle to win this because I think the Rams are starting to get banged up. They have suffered a big injury with Devontae Adams. When you take away one major weapon, and tell you the truth, Williams hasn't been looking all that well lately. Very disappointing. And when you take away Devontae Adams and put everything more on Puka Nacua, I don't think it's going to make things easier to make the Rams more one-dimensional. You could double Puka Nacua. You can't double both Adams and Nacua. But you could double one and still be guard well.
Exactly. Let's say you, Chris.
Yeah, I agree. Is Devontae out yet today?
Yeah, he is.
You know,
He's
for
listed
sure.
out.
Yeah, it's a
The
hamstring.
reason why I
right?
know
So-
is because I had to bench him for fantasy for Mike Williams or
Oh,
Wilson.
man. Oh man, yeah, I've been in fantasy too in one of my leagues. So,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see. I think I don't know. I think the Rams had that magic year, but I'm not
They
scared
could
of
punt
them.
this game. I don't know if they would punt this game because it's for the division. Basically, for the
And the Rams won the first game, right?
yeah.
The Rams
I
won
don't
the
know what
first
the
one.
tiebreaker.
Yeah. So
It's in the tiebreaker's division record.
yeah, it's usually division record first.
Yeah, and then Seattle win. So I don't know what after that. Common opponents.
Yeah.
It's either common opponents or conference record. And it looks like they're kind of no. Seattle would probably win that. They'll be ahead of that. So, yeah, this is probably the biggest Thursday night game of the year. Besides last week, besides the Detroit Dallas one, but so we all have Seattle.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Yeah, I guess Seattle.
Yep. And then we have two Saturday games this week. One of them is the Eagles and Commanders, and the Packers and Bears. Eagles playing Commanders for the first time since the NFC Championship game. Usually I would say this is a payback game, but the Commanders are really bad this year. Like, really bad.
See, here's the thing, though. On paper, the Commanders look bad, but I can't sleep on Mariota. I'll tell you too, Mariota been putting up numbers. Overall, the team is bad. because they don't play together. They don't have that connection. The offense look good 1 minute, and the defense fall apart. Commanders should have been never.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have beat Kansas City.
Yeah. I got the Eagles here.
I got the Eagles. I mean, what's the spread?
6, I think.
So say 6.5. Last time I saw it at the end of the morning.
You know what's really interesting? I was listening to a podcast, and you can take a look. So this game is in DC, right?
Yeah.
So you can take a look at the look ahead lines for week 18.
17, 18.
Yeah. So like when
The rematch.
yeah. So December,
No, it'll be January.
January, yeah. So I heard on a podcast earlier that the Eagles would be 6-point favorites. No, they're 5.5 favorites against the Commanders at home. So they're 6.5 in DC this week, and they're 5.5 week 18 in Philadelphia. And what that tells me is that they're anticipating that the division will be locked up by then, and the Eagles are probably resting their starters. So if they win today, if they win this weekend, which I think they will, that's it, right? So
Yeah,
Well,
match
all that
the
needs to
numbers.
happen is
Basically, what can happen is that even if they do lose, they still can win the division.
because Dallas loses. If Dallas
Lose.
loses, yeah. So they're pretty much locking up the division. Like I said last week, they are the biggest favorite out of any other team. And this is before this past weekend. They were the biggest favorite out of any other team to win their division, and they are probably going to be the first team to win their division this weekend. So
Yeah. I think the Broncos can clinch this weekend too. So the Broncos are actually rooting for the Cowboys, and the Eagles are rooting for. No, the Eagles don't have to root for the Chargers because they take care of business and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I want to tell you one thing, Broncos are not going to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be the number 1 seed. They might get bounced out in the divisional round.
Yep, I agree with that.
And not
yeah, they're
because of that.
fraudulent.
I just don't think. Yes, Bo Nix was in the playoffs last year, and I'm not playing it, but the game, there's a lot of flaws in their games that they should not be having comebacks and comeback.
Yeah.
And they're not. Well, they haven't really. Every win they had came from a blowout, from a comeback.
They
In the
shouldn't.
playoffs, you just can't imagine that we had that same style. But the team's gonna put the knife in your heart right away.
Yeah, I think the Packers probably should have won that game if they didn't get 2 of the receivers out.
Yeah, it's true.
I need the Packers to lose that one anyway.
Who do you got, Quinn?
For the Eagles game, I'm going to take the Eagles, I guess.
Eagles for
So we
me.
all got the Eagles. Now another big game. Packers and Bears. Another rematch from 2 weeks ago, where the Packers beat the Bears. And this division has been going back and forth for the last 3 weeks. 1 week the Packers are in first place, and then the Bears, and then the Packers, and then the Bears. So the Packers could probably put the division to rest this week if they win. Same scenario as the Rams. Basically, the Packers
Oh,
are
you also need the
injury.
Lions to lose, too.
Oh yeah, the Lions need to lose. Lions might miss the playoffs. Wow. I got the Bears winning here. Bears are at home in late night in Chicago. Who knows what the weather will be? I I think the Bears are going to be motivated to win this game and make this division come down to the last week of the season. What do you got, Chris?
I got the Packers. We're talking Packers Bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Packers.
Let's say you kind of.
I want to take the Bears this time around.
You took them the first time around, didn't you? That's
Yeah,
good,
but this time it's more obvious. You have to take the Bears at home.
Yep.
I think Ben Johnson's going to keep his word and beat up on the Packers.
Yeah. And depends on, I don't know what the weather is in Chicago on Saturday night, but that crowd's going to be up for that game. Bears in first place, playing the Packers Saturday night. Yeah. The Bears will be up for this game, trying to keep that first place lead on the Packers. So it should be a good game. There's some good games this week. And then the Cowboys and Chargers. I mean, the Chargers can put an end to the Cowboys season pretty much, because even if the Eagles win, that ends the Cowboys season anyway. Never mind. But I think the Chargers are still trying to fight for a playoff wild card spot. So I think the Chargers are more motivated here. The Cowboys will know what their fate comes Sunday morning on Saturday afternoon. So I think I'm taking the Chargers here because they need to win more.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think they're gonna play spoiler.
I want to go back to reality here. I want to pick the Chargers to win.
Mhm.
I don't see nothing on in the Cowboys have, so it could be a spoiler to the Chargers.
Their offense is probably the best offense in the league, if we're being honest. At least top
But they
three.
rely too much on Brian Aubrey. I mean, if you keep them out of field goal range, that Chargers do have a good defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they do.
And I think Dak Prescott's really gonna be like fluttered, especially when he's missing an old tackle too. Yeah,
And knowing that they have nothing to play for, what I think we see Prescott not motivated. I don't know.
I just don't think
Another
the
big game.
Chargers are that good.
Yeah,
they beat us, but Cowboy. All right, so looking at offensive success rate, EPA per play, like Cowboys are number 8. Like they easily have one of the better offenses in the league.
yeah, they do.
And then in terms of success rate, they're number 7. EPA per pass, number 7. So yeah, they're a really legit offense. It's just their defense is atrocious. So that offensive line in the Chargers is really bad. Like we sacked them for seven times. I'm not saying that the Cowboys defense is the Eagles defense, but they have a healthy defensive line that's been getting home lately. So
I'm surprised Herbert didn't injure his hand even more in that
real
game.
choice, right? Like it's they're the favorite for a reason, but
I think the Cowboys are favorite.
are they?
Yeah, because the Chargers.
Chargers have 10
it's
wins and the
better.
Cowboys are 6 and 7. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Chargers
The
are
Cowboys are favorites.
Yeah, I just looked it up before the show. Chargers are
2.5.
Yeah, Chargers plus 108.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's
So
in Dallas.
I mean, you're spotted 3 points at home, so it's pretty much the same to pick them if it was a neutral field. So yeah. The Cowboys are 6 and 7. The Chargers are 10 and 4. So
Yeah, that's
Uh,
just that's just
interesting.
it tells you a lot. I think they just favored the Cowboys a lot, but next game is another big game for the division. Panthers lost last week, so this game means a lot. Because this is the first time they're meeting all season. They're going to meet each other in week 18, so this is not it. But whoever wins this could control their fate heading into weeks last 2 weeks. Buccaneers at Panthers. The Panthers lost to the Saints. Buccaneers lost to the Falcons. They're both coming off losses to bad teams. To the bottom half of the team division. So both for 7-7. Somebody's gonna win this. Somebody could win this at 8-7. I mean 8-9. It's crazy, right? No,
Yeah.
because the winner will have 8 wins. Yeah, somebody could win at 8-7. 8-9. I mean, sorry. So I got the Panthers winning the first one here. I think the Buccaneers are not free for all, but they're not. They haven't been playing really. They haven't played good lately. But they have McEvans back,
Yeah.
who looks like a beast. They should have won that game.
Yeah,
Who you
I
guys
want to take the Buccaneers in this one.
not a Panther believer.
Huh?
You don't believe in the Panthers?
No, I'm going to go with comments. I believe if the Bucks did not have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, I would have said I'll give it to Panthers. But the Bucks got the posse back, and I think
They had him back last week though, and they lost.
yeah.
And the Falcons are objectively worse than the
Well, that's
Panthers
Kirk
this year.
Cousins though, man. That man's money. That's icy.
He was slinging it. Yeah, he was slinging it. I'm not gonna lie, he was slinging it.
That was vintage Kirk Cousins, and he's usually bad in prime time.
Yeah, he's terrible in prime time, and he just decided to. He saw this opportunity. He's like, I'm not done yet. I need a team.
He'll be on the Jets next year.
I would like to
He'll
see
be
the
on the
Panthers
Jets
win
next
this off. Don't get me wrong.
I think they do. I think if you take a look at, I read some statistic. It's like over every year, there's like half of the playoff teams are new, meaning that like half of the teams that made the playoffs the previous year don't make it the next year. So, like, I don't know. Did the Seahawks make it last year? I forget. The Seahawks are about to make it.
No.
The Panthers could make it. The Patriots are about to make it.
Broncos already made it last year.
But then you take a look at like Mahomes isn't going to be there. Cowboys aren't going to be there. Or the Cowboys didn't make it last year, but then the Ravens might not make it. So yeah, I mean, just simple math just shows that like, yeah, teams, it's going to be more new teams. So I'm leaning Panthers. I think they are like a laughing stock, but I do think they are the better team this year.
I think the Bears are the Commanders of last year.
So I got a question for you guys. I do wish this is a question I wish Duck was here too, because looking at the AFC playoffs, but now we don't have Mahomes. We might not have Lamar. Joe Burrow's not in there. Does this put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen to finally make it to claim his spot as a top quarterback and take the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl?
Oh, it does for sure. But I think I think if he hasn't been able to beat Mahomes for sure in the playoffs.
And
He's done everything that
now
he
that
can.
roadblock is out. You don't have that roadblock.
Yeah. But it's not because he's choked or anything, right? He's always shown up in all those games. It's just you're running into the greatest quarterback of our generation. So I think he'll show up. He's a clutch. He's an actually clutch player. So I think he'll show up.
Isn't he winless against Joe Burrow too? When did he beat Joe Burrow a couple years ago?
It was one.
I'm sure
I
he'd
think
beat them.
winless against Joe Burrow in the playoff.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he's on Lamar.
Those are my pick. I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's in
still might
Lamar.
even win the division, but
Yeah, because the
and you can make a
Patriots
strong
have
case.
the Patriots have a tough game this week against the Ravens.
Yeah.
We'll get to that pick later.
It's only 1 game lead.
Yeah,
Yeah, but here's the problem: Lamar might not play.
then the Ravens
Yeah.
are done.
Is he hurt? What's going on with Lamar? Like
They said he sat out of practice due to illness coming out with the flu.
he's been doing that
Nice.
every week though. He's been missing Wednesday practices every week. He's been criticized for that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also watch him. Catch up
Do you
my
see the
sports shows.
Ravens? Do you see the Ravens possibly trading Lamar in the offseason?
No.
Oh,
No.
Just
He's the
wanted to
best.
throw
He's
it
a
out there.
top 2 quarterback in the league. Top 3 at worst. Heading into the season, Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback in the league. And since then, Josh Allen has kind of taken that over because he's had a really good year, hit MVP last year. I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league. Mahomes is obviously up there, but no, you
Stafford's
don't
proven.
trade.
Old man
Stafford's a
Stafford.
tier below them, though. I mean, he's playing well, but you're starting a franchise tomorrow. It'd be Lamar
Josh Allen,
Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and probably like Drake May or Jaden Daniels. Like those are your quarterbacks you're probably starting a franchise with. And you don't trade away a 2-time MVP in the middle of his prime.
No, exactly.
Just so you can hopefully draft a quarterback who will maybe be as good as Lamar Jackson now.
Yeah, you can't take that chance.
Oh.
We have another
I
big
gotta
game.
I gotta run,
Huh?
Eric. I'll text you my picks. I gotta feed my
Okay.
So
Okay.
all right. See you, Clay.
See ya.
Yeah. No. Let me test him picks real quick. So next game, it's another big game here. Cliniff, Jags and Broncos. You got 2 teams that are on winning streaks. Broncos on an 11-game winning streak. I think the Jags are on a 5 or 6 game winning streak. I'm going with the upset here. I think Jacksonville can end the Broncos winning streak here. I think they're playing to win that division right now. And the Jags look good. Jags could be a little dangerous in the playoffs.
Man, to tell you the truth, I think this game is more about. I think the Broncos have to make a statement game, and to tell you the truth, they have to use the Jags as a statement game. Not like another come from behind 10-point lead deficit. No. They need to put BTA and show that this is no joke. Bo Nix is a good quarterback. He can lead this team. They can run the ball. The defense is phenomenal. I think the Broncos must win in a blowout statement fashion.
Well, if it's snowing, then if it's snowing or cold, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, a point there because Jacksonville.
It's number one. The game is in what is about. So of course, it's used to that.
Yep. So you got the Broncos?
Yeah, I have to take. This needs to be a good right game for the Broncos for me.
Fair enough. Uh, next game, Ravens and Patriots on Sunday Night Football. This is gonna be a good game if Lamar plays, which I think he will. I think this is too important of game not to play. If the Bills win against the Browns and Patriots lose, the division AFC East is going to come down to the last week. And who did the Patriots play? They probably play the Jets, don't they? Hold on.
Well, whoever they can't say that because Miami benched Tua for the rest of the season. So,
They play Miami. And,
huh?
and yeah, they play Miami and Buffalo plays the Jets, right?
I
It's all
don't know.
division
Well,
game.
I'm just saying, both those teams are just trash. You got one's looking in for the future and they're starting a different quarterback, Tua been benched, and the other is just that got awful.
They benched Tua after they won 5 straight games. Wow, was he that bad on Monday? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the game on Monday.
Yeah, see, oh man, oh, they the Steelers scored like what 21 whatever points, whatever they scored those points straight, and
Oh wow,
then in the fourth quarter they just kept it was like a nonchalant offense. Like the Dolphins scored a touchdown, couple 7 minutes off the clock, and you're down by 3 scores. No hurry up, no sense of urgency, no nothing.
damn. Yeah, I had no interest in that game, so I didn't watch because I thought we couldn't. The Steelers are hard to. Isn't it amazing that Tomlin, his job could be saved if they make the playoffs?
I will still fire Tomlin.
Huh?
I will still fire Tomlin.
Wow.
And I
He's
just
gonna have
think
another
that,
winning record.
but
Right?
all right, this is why I think it's time for Tomlin to go. Tomlin is overstayed his welcome in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, it's
I
sad to be
agree.
said. He
Yeah.
overstayed his welcome in Pittsburgh. It's like how Andy Reid overstayed his welcome in Philadelphia.
Yep.
He overstayed his welcome in Pittsburgh. And I'm not
Oh, I
saying
totally
that,
agree. Um.
and it's really logical. If you look how this team was around Bill Roethlisberger and that defense, Jerome Bennett before them, it was great. And now you're just easing to the playoffs, beating teams you're not really supposed to be beating teams and losing the teams they should be beating the pants off of.
Exactly. I
And the only thing
think.
that's saving this man's job is the fact that he just squeaks into the playoffs every year. I don't think a playoff berth should be able to save you from just one and done exits. You want more.
Yep. I totally agree. I still think the Ravens might probably win this division somehow. But who do you got? Who do you got? Ravens or Patriots? I got
I want to take
Ravens.
the Patriots.
Patriots to bounce back. Last game. This should have been a good game, but unfortunately Daniel Jones got injured for his Achilles. But you got old man Philip Rivers back in the NFL. Not signed off the streets, but he basically signed on the practice squad and started last Sunday. Look, I didn't watch any of the highlights. Did you see? How did
Yeah,
he
I
look?
mean, to tell you the truth, the defense let him down. Rivers he had the Seahawks beat.
Yeah, they were winning. Then I saw
He
Seahawks
had the
won 18 to
Seahawks beat. They
15.
took over. They took the game with a 2-point lead, and the defense just let them march down to score the game-winning field goal.
Damn, that could have been the upset of the weekend. Philip Rivers coming back, only 1 week to prepare. Not even probably like a few days to prepare, and Damn, looks like old Philip Rivers. So it's Colts and 49ers on Monday Night Football. Colts need this game to stay in the race. They still can win. They still can make the playoff. Niners need a win to stay in the playoff race too in the NFC. So this should be a good game. Jonathan Taylor versus Christian McCaffrey. But I got the Colts here.
I want to take the 49ers. Or-
Yeah, this game is gonna be a good game. This is a Monday night game I will be watching. Now for best bets, I don't know if you have one this week, Cliff, but my best bet is Chargers money line plus 108. Do you have one this week?
let's see here. I want to take the Packers by points.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Spread.
Well, the Bears are the underdog, right?
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
Well, whatever the underdog is, I'm taking it, giving them about taking the spread by I think it's plus or whatever.
Hold on. I think the Bears might be favorite because the Bears are plus 105 plus 1.5.
Bears are plus 1.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take that.
nice. You got any more thoughts on week 16 as we head down the stretch of this season?
Nope.
So we might be back for next week before Christmas. Depends on our schedules. There's no wrestling show this week. No cartoon show this week. So just I'll be doing a lot of college football shows, but in this one. So, but yeah, I got nothing else. Cliff has nothing else, but enjoy week 16, Cliff. Go Birds, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Later, Cliff. Later, everybody.